Hi, welcome to another video in my series of me reading previously published poems. Oftentimes the videos that I do are poems that have just come out to draw your attention to a journal or an anthology. But these are poems that have been out for a little bit, but that are near and dear to my heart that I would love to share with you. This poem that I'm going to read is called Gentrification Plan, and it originally appeared in the journal So to Speak a few years ago. And it's funny because my name's Jen and it's Gentrification Plan, but I don't go so far as to like spell it with a J. I still spell it with a G. But it's funny. It's play on words. Get it? Get it? Okay. Gentrification Plan. The accent. This is self-explanatory. Study the news. Slow down. Stretch your mouth. Avoid saying... The problem with this poem is then there are words that I have trouble saying. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and start over for you. The accent. This is self-explanatory. Study the news. Slow down. Stretch your mouth. Avoid saying steel mill, TV, and small. They will give you away every time. Try foundry, television. Find your own replacement for smile. Practice nodding without inviting conversation. You know how it is. Remember how? Generalize, generalize, generalize. When they ask, say the city, not what part of the city. If someone happens to know the area, oh, near X, say yes. They will always suggest the place you cleaned and nowhere near where you're actually from. If they do know, do not react. Let them think they are clever. Grove Tucky, Slutport. Let's practice number 2. Remember Cabbage Patch Kids? Correct. I think I'm just a year or two too old for those. Incorrect. Granny made me one. She fell in the dirt and wouldn't come clean, so she always had a shiner. Last ditch option. Borrow memories. Old school friends, cousins whose mothers married men who wear ties, favorite sitcoms. Vacations. A tricky one. If people are swapping stories, every trip was a vacation. Went to Norfolk to get your brother out of jail? Vacation. Picking up your homeless cousin? Vacation. Staying with Granny at the house by the old dump? Summer camp. This will sound counterintuitive. Get with someone who's doing it too. Baby, this shit gets old. It gets so old. Yeah. And you know when it gets really old? PhD program. Because that's like everybody's kind of putting on a I'm smart and I got this shit together, right? Everybody's putting that on. It's even extra hard when you're coming from a working class background. Jesus fuck. I've been reading my old journals for my PhD program. That was a ridiculous time. That's a ridiculous time. I was thinking maybe I would have something uplifting, some kind of advice that if you happen to be someone from a working class background and you are in a PhD program right now and you happen across this video thinking, what advice would I have to me before I started the program? I guess my only advice is be yourself. Everybody, be yourself. And if they don't like you, they're assholes anyway, so you don't want to impress them. I mean, you think you want to impress them. You do. You think you do. And that little voice inside your head that says, but for my career is telling you, be yourself. Yeah, that's all I got. But see, that's tricky because I would have said, yes, I was being myself back in my PhD program, but it was that aspect of myself that wanted to succeed. And so felt like they were negotiating an environment, right? Um, because I didn't fully know myself. So I thought I was being myself, but I was being a self that wasn't actually myself. Anyway, that's all I got. So thanks for stopping by.